Patreon, the Eyes Up Here podcast, giving you all a treat here as we kick it off with a segment that's going to be on this week's Eyes Up Here main broadcast called Finish the Story with our great Patreon family member, DC, where a bunch of ECW legends conglomerated with DC to give Francine a few options to finish stories. And we're going to do it here today. But first, let's welcome in Francine. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm coming off of that awesome podcast we just did and popping for the stories that I haven't heard in years. So that was a good time, DC. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, well, and hopefully we left the best for last with the Sandman on this extra here.
Okay.
So the Sandman makes his return to the Eyes Up Here airwaves to give his story
ever. He was our first guest. Yes.
So he's going to give you the story, and you're going to finish it. Now, on our other show, Tommy Dreamer did like True and False. The Blue Meanie was a little cut and dry. He got right to the meat and bones of it. So now the Sandman, It's his turn to step in, and let's see if you can finish the story. Here we go.
I'm sure I can.
All right, here we go for Franny's podcast. Franny, I love you. Okay, this is the story you got to finish. We fly into an airport. I don't know. I think it was like Detroit or something like that. There was a cab driver that wasn't taking us the right way. And then the police got involved. Franny, you're up.
Man, did she call it ahead of time?
It's our favorite story.
Now, the first thing is, though, you saw Blue Meanie and Tommy Dreamer. They're in their man caves with all the memorabilia behind, and, Sandman in his car in traffic.
He's either in a car or you'll see him on a golf course on the, what do they call it? Golf cart?
The golf cart.
He'll be going to the next hole. Yo, happy birthday. Yo. That's his spot. That's his cameo. Yeah, okay. So I'll tell this story again. We get off the plane. It's myself and Hack. I want to say, I know Carino was with us. So Steve Carino. I want to say Joel Gertner, and I want to say maybe Lou D'Angeli. I can't remember if anyone else was in the van, because there were too many of us to get a regular taxi, so we got a big van, right? And we get in this van and we sit down, and I remember I think I got into the last row, so Hack was in front of me, Sandman, and he's telling the cab driver where to take us, but the cab driver was Indian, and so he had a very thick accent. Sandman starts calling him Habib.
Terrible.
And he's exactly. And yo, Habib, take us here or wherever we were going, whatever. Yeah, Habib, pick up the pace. I want to go get something to eat. Habib, blah blah blah. And the cab driver's pissed, and the cab driver, please don't call me Habib, sir. He was trying to be nice. And Hank's like, well, whatever, just drive the effing car, And so they start fighting. And Hack's like, well, shut the F up, Habib. And my name isn't Habib, sir. And they're going back and forth and back and forth. And they're screaming now. And I'm trying to tell Hack, stop calling him Habib, because that's a racial slur. We're going to get in trouble. Something's going to happen. And at this point, the guy starts pulling, he started to pull away from the airport. But Hack wouldn't stop. And I'm staring at Steve, and Steve's laughing and shaking his head at me and do something. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to shut Hack up. Hack's just Habib this, Habib that. The guy makes a circle and brings us right back to where we started. And behind us was cops. And so Habib gets out of the car, or the man gets out of the car. Habib, where are you going? And he's screaming at him. Well, here we look in the back and we see the cops get out of the car, but there was a dog. So Hack says, Francine, take this stuff and put it in your bra and underwear. It's drugs, or vitamins, as I like to call it. And I I got whatever he had, pill bottles, baggies, whatever. I got some in my underwear. I got some in my bra. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, if that dog comes and sniffs me. So I said to Hack, like, I'm going to go to jail. He goes, no, I'll tell them it's mine. And I said, then you hold it. Why am I holding it? Nah, they're not going to come near you. So I'm shitting a brick. And I'm just sitting there. And I'm saying to myself, please, God, don't let the dog come. Because we didn't get out yet. And I'm just like crapping my pants. And then the Indian man comes over and he says, get out. And I look at Sandman and I'm like, can we just go? So we all get out, and I made a beeline. Like, I ran forward because the dogs were behind me. But they never came. And like the cop, I think, said to us, just get another van, order another taxi. And we're walking, and Sandman's like, thanks, Habib. Thanks for nothing, you fucking jerk. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I was this close to having a dog sniff my nether regions and find like all these drugs on me. But once again, I help out the Sandman because I was known to help him in his time of need. So
look at you.
I have another story. Do we have time?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish the story with another story. Absolutely.
There's another time when Hack, God love him, he was drunk. Like,
that's weird.
Like
wow.
That's strange, isn't it? Really drunk. And we weren't sure if he was going to make the plane or not. And he was always with me because we flew out of Philadelphia. So we were always together, like flying. And so I remember, like, if you ever flew Southwest, it's ABC. And I see him walking, and we're boarding now, and he's late getting there. And I go, Hack, I'm in B. And I'm screaming. And he's going, I'll be right there. Hold the plane. Hold the plane. Eddie, hold the plane. And he's screaming, right? So he comes up in line. He busts through, stands right next to me, cuts in front of everybody. And he's still drunk from the night before. Now, I don't know if he didn't go to sleep or if he woke up like that. He only had an hour sleep. Like, I forget what actually happened. But when we got up to give our tickets in, the lady says, no, he can't get on this plane. And I say, why not? And she says, well, look at him. He's drunk. I said, no, he's not drunk. And she looks at me and I said, we are wrestlers. He had a concussion and he's been up all night and he's delirious. I said, if I promise to take care of him, can you let him on this plane? I said, I guarantee you in 10 minutes he'll be falling asleep. And the lady goes, do you accept responsibility? I said, 100%. I said, 100%, because I wasn't going to miss the flight. And I knew if I left him there, he would either fall asleep or go to the bar. And that would not be good. And so she said, okay, you take him on. So I took him on. I put him right next to me. He fell asleep right here. Right here. And if smartphones were around back then, it would have been like, slept on me the whole ride. So if it wasn't for me, he would have never got on that flight.
We all owe you a debt of gratitude for that one.
I think on the fly. And the first thing I said, concussion, you're loopy, right? You don't know where you are. You're discombobulated. And she believed me. So I told him.
And he's sitting there going, no.
He's like, oh, yeah. No, he kind of played. He's like, yeah, last night, like, I banged my head. And he's like, Robert. And I'm like, oh, your acting skills are not good right now. Just you be quiet, But I got him on, got him on that plane.
Anyway, we get Habib for next week's episode.
We need to hear Habib's side of the story, obviously. But yeah, so that's and there were a lot more stories with him, but I just tried to help when I could and be the mom of the group. And
I could see that, especially with the resting place that he had. He must have gone back in time.
He kind of just went, did one of these, and I was just like, really? Because it was like a 2-hour flight, and I was like, oh man, I couldn't even get up to use the lavatory. I was like stuck there. So, and I just remember Carino just going like this to me and laughing the whole time, and I'm like, yeah, he should be sitting with you right now, not me, but it was me. So.
Now, you don't have to answer this with the response of a story, but each time somebody popped up, was there one story that you just didn't want them to tell that you're like, dear God, please don't let them say this, and you have it in your brain?
I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't really think of anything. Like, I was trying to think like what stories were going to be told. When Meanie popped up, I kind of had an inkling that was the story, because that's the one that we always remember. That time you farted in that lady's face? Like, we always say that one. Hack, I knew, because that is classic. Like,
Yeah,
everybody
that's
knows.
on shoot interviews too. That's been
Yeah,
said.
that's like all over the place. Just because of the fact that I had so many drugs in my underwear, and
Well, the 90s was a different time, huh?
It was a
going
very
through the
different
airport with
time.
as many drugs as you wanted.
Exactly. Nothing happened, With Tommy, I probably have the most history with him, so I wasn't sure what he was going to say, but I just thought it was going to be like one story. When he busted out 6 stories, I was like, what the hell, And
Yeah, I was quite happy when I got that one back. That was
like he remembers a lot of things. So it's fun to go down memory lane, especially when you don't, like with Tommy. I didn't know what he was going to say. I thought the brownie might be in there, because that's like, I've told that on Busted Open. Like, I've told that's a good one. So when you can make somebody throw up, that's a good story, But that's a great segment. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Much more of what you can expect on Over the Guardrail,
Over
right?
the Guardrail, yeah.
Over the Guardrail, YouTube. Yes.
We got Over the Top, the movie, and Over the Guardrail, the podcast.
The podcast.
That's right.
But no arm wrestling on your show, like in Over the Top.
And I've never seen Over the Top.
Oh, Stallone. That is Stalloniest.
Stalloniest. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's great. Actually, Terry Funk is in the movie.
Yes.
He has a cameo in that movie. Great one.
Yep.
I've never well, we know by now that I've seen probably 1% of all movies that have been released.
We could just go down. That could be a whole episode of just naming off movies. Francine, have you seen Casablanca?
No, I have not.
Have you seen The Godfather?
No, I have not.
Okay. Have you seen Goodfellas?
I love Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
All
right. See? Oh, I got to write this one down. This might have to be an extra show. This could be funny. We can go through AFI's like 100 greatest movies.
The guy from Goodfellas kind of hit on me at
Which
Killer
one?
Theater.
Ray Liotta?
No, I love Ray Liotta. No.
Well, he's the guy from Goodfellas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not the guy from Goodfellas. Sopranos. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Sopranos.
Bobby Bacala?
No, it wasn't Bobby. It was
Big Pussy?
No, it was the No, but that name is awesome, by the way. No, the guy that Carmela was in love with.
Oh,
with
Furio.
Ponytail. Furio. Yes.
Okay, I could see it.
I took a picture with him, and the only thing that he kept doing was like so blatant, staring at my boobs the whole time. And I'm like trying to talk to him, and he's not looking at my face; he's just looking at my boobs. But the mafia thing, I got that confused with
If there was ever anybody that needed to get whacked, it was Furio. I'm sorry. Sorry
because
to cut
of
you
Carmela?
off. Yes, you do not tread in another man's garden the way he was. Now, let's take away the fact that Tony was doing some bad stuff on the side.
Tony went through everybody's garden house.
Listen, I'm not talking about Tony. I'm talking about Carmela. Okay,
you're a man. That's why.
That was infuriating to watch Furio do his little Furio thing. Not a fan.
Do his little Furio thing. Furio did his Furio thing. Come on now. They were both in the wrong. Tony much worse. But
did you meet him at ECW Arena? Was he there?
No, I did Chiller Theater.
Oh, okay.
The convention at Chiller. So they have like movie stars, television stars, and wrestling. And he was there. And I meet the uncle too. I might have met the old man.
Oh, Uncle Junior.
Uncle Junior. I might have met him as well. But that guy, I just remember it was like these beams were just shooting through me. Like I felt so uncomfortable. And then we took a picture. I think even in the picture, he's looking at my boobs. Like he never took his eyes off my boobs. And I was like, bro, you probably met like a million people in the business. Like,
this could be another segment, maybe. Stars that have hit on Francine. We have David Copperfield now, and the guy from The
Oh
Sopranos.
God! Hello, we have Frank Stallone. We have a million guys. What are you crazy? This is a long list.
Frank Stallone. I look good for 55. If he said it once, he said it 1,000 times. I was like, Frank, you're just
we can't count Gary Busey technically, but
yes, we can. He said I love you.
He did say I love. I was gonna say I thought it was just the donuts that were.
No, you know that story, right?
Yes, yeah, that one I know. We just told it the other day.
I don't know.
DC doesn't know it. Well, you're behind on the podcast.
I am behind.
Should I tell it, or should I just make him watch the other?
No, you told it on. It was on the live stream with Rob last week. You guys talked about it.
He wasn't in the room. Gary Busey was at a signing that I did, and this signing was like an '80s retrospect. It was all like stars from the '80s, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But for some reason, no one was there. There were like Corbin Burnson, like there were movie stars, TV stars. I was there. There was a couple wrestlers, or I might have been the only one. I don't even know. But no one came because the guy never promoted it. Blows my mind. Yeah. So no one got paid, but I was brought in by Rob Feinstein. So of course, I was covered, but no one got paid. So everybody was pissed off, right? So Gary Busey comes walking and he's holding this donut. It's like a powdered donut. And I love Gary Busey. Like, I love him. He had donut all over his face. And he comes to my table and he has a handler. He comes to my table and I have all my pictures down. He's looking at them and he's going, what do you do? What is all this? What do you do? And I said, oh, I do wrestling. I'm, in the wrestling business. And he goes, I'll wrestle you right now. I said, let's go. I'll get up right now. And he took a bite of his donut. And as he's talking, all of the food is coming out of his mouth and falling on my 8x10s that are not protected, mind you. There's no covering. So I'm dying. I'm trying not to laugh in his face because we're like one-on-one, but Rob's behind me and he's like hanging off the chair. He can't breathe. He's laughing so hard. And then he said he loved me. And I said, I love you too. I loved you on Celebrity Apprentice. And he said, thank you. And then he leaned in to say something, but his handler said, that's enough, let's go. And he grabs him. And the poor guy, because of the motorcycle accident, he's like a little off. And they walked away. But when he left half a donut all over my table. And it was one of the funniest things I have ever encountered in my life. So that's my Gary Busey story. Yeah. And I love it.
Where did I see him recently? I think his promo for Cameo or something like that. And he wasn't
always on Facebook. It's
he
always
wasn't looking too good.
I wonder what he charges. He's worth every penny, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's so entertaining. I love him so much. But
I would like to leave us with a quote today, if you will, in relation to the Carmella Tony saga.
Oh Jesus, get over it, would you?
When they finally had the epic confrontation as to Furio's intentions, and Tony, basically this was the beginning of the end of their, their little separation they had. Carmella's quote was, maybe the fact that you stick your dick into anything with a pulse. Did you ever think of that?
Did you? Yeah. Good for you, Carmella. You get yours. That's what I say.
Furio, you heel. You double cross.
Look.
Tony was the baby face. Furio was the heel.
Do you know what? Do you remember the scene where Carmella and Tony, it was one of the rare scenes that they ever kissed in the show. Because, he was off doing his thing with everyone else. They made out in the pool and had sex in the pool. And I remember watching that and saying, oh no, this is wrong. I know they're supposed to be married, but I was so infuriated. And I'm going, no, Carmella, don't do it. Don't do it. And she did it.
Oh, yeah. And then the next scene, he's with some Russian whore or something.
Some Russian whore, yes. But, what a good show that was.
The girl, remember the lady with the limp, and that we got to talk about Sopranos one week. We got to talk about Sopranos.
And they're supposed to make a movie.
Yeah, prequel.
Oh, so good. I love
Way back when you had to watch TV 1 week at a time, right?
Crazy. I don't remember those days. I'm sorry. Give us one more plug for your podcast before we wrap up.
Yes, Over the Guardrail coming soon on my YouTube channel, Over the Guardrail Podcast, and follow along at Parts of a Whole 33 on Twitter.
Coming soon. What do you mean?
What's up with that?
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming this week, isn't it?
Coming.
We're recording
Yes.
it.
Yes, I'm recording
exactly.
it today, and hopefully, I'm not
What
as
day
good in
does
the
it-
editing yet.
What
so
day does it drop? Because the podcast drops on a Wednesday. So when is yours?
This is
going?
Well, this episode is coming Monday. So
Right. Well, I'm saying our podcast drops on Wednesday, and that's what he put over.
Yes,
before.
I don't anticipate it to being probably Friday.
Friday.
Coming out. Yep.
Okay, so you got a
Well, stay
week to
tuned.
tweak
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, buddy.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Wish you nothing but success, and let us know if you need our guidance, because we are the professionals.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
That's the best way to put it. So stay tuned for the rest of this week. All the eyes up here at Extras. I hope you're ready for what we've got. It's
I'm
going
not.
to be a fun week, I'm sure. So for the Queen of Extreme, Francine, and for DC, this is the Chadster, and we'll catch you on the flip side.